Hi to everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss about another problem about regarding the rules of inference. Here in this problem, they have given the statements. Based on the statements, we have to prove that these statements constitute a valid argument. What's the statement here? If there was a ball game, then traveling was difficult. If they arrived on time, then traveling was not difficult. They arrived on time, therefore there was no ball game. So that these statements constitute a valid argument. We just go through these statements. We are having the three different types of statements which are repeated. One statement is there was a ball game, and next one is traveling was difficult, and another one is they arrived on time. So what I am just going to do it here is I am just going to name these statements as P as there was a ball game, and next one is Q as traveling was difficult, right? And next one I can take another statement as R. They arrived on time. Just to substitute these values in the statement. So it means if P then Q. And next one, if they arrived on time, then traveling was not difficult. So if for then not Q. And next one is they arrived on time. So so we can rewrite these things as if P then Q, if then negate Q, and then R. So these are all the premises. And what's the conclusion? That therefore there was no ball game. Therefore there was no ball game means the conclusion here is negate P. There was a ball game is the statement P. There was no ball game. That's why here I am writing it as negate P. So what I have to prove it here is these are all the some set of premises. From these premises I have to derive negate P. Okay. So it means that negate P is the valid argument for these statements that I have to prove it. So in order to prove these things, I am just going to make use of the rules of inference here. So first we can write the premises, and then okay, conclusion is negate P. These things we have to prove it, right? So first I can tabulate as usual. So step 1, and the formula here, at first I am just going to introduce R based on the rule. This is the formula, or else you may consider this as a premises, this is a step, and then rule justification. So first based on the rule P, I am just going to introduce R. It's a assumed premise. Okay, assumed premise. Next step, what I am going to do it here is I am just going to check for the premise with the statement R. So I am having this one. I can introduce here. So based on the rule P, no justification for this one. And next, based on these two things, I am just going to derive one formula. So that's why I am introducing the rule P. What are the things, what are the statements I have taken? I have taken the step 1 and step 2, and then I am going to make use of the implication P, comma, if P then Q is a tautologically implies Q, right? So in the same way, R implies negate Q means here I will get negate Q. Next I am going to introduce another premise. If P then Q based on the rule P, so no justification for this one. So here what I am going to do it here is next I am going to make use of the step 5, deriving the step 5. Here I am going to derive one new formula based on the statements 3 and 4, and based on the implications I12. I12 implication is negate Q, P, if P then Q is tautologically implying negate P, right? So based on these things here I am having negate Q, P imply P if P then Q. So based on the I12 implications I can conclude here as negate P. It's based on the rule T. Now consider here I got the conclusion negate P. So what we have to prove it here? I have to prove these statements constitute a valid argument. What's that one? These are all the premises. From these premises I have to derive negate P. Here also I got negate P. So hence proved. So hence I have proved these statements constitute a valid argument. I hope that you have understood these concepts clearly. In case if you are having any doubts, kindly post your queries. Thank you.